All right, let's take a look at some examples related to this MINX function. Right, this function takes two arguments. The first argument is gonna be this a particular table or a block of rows. Okay, so here I define this table called green rows as this 4 rows. Okay, because they are in this green block, so I'll call it green rows. So this is the table we are working on. Okay, in this MINX function, the first argument refers to this block of rows or this table. Okay, then the MINX function is then going to look at this second argument. This second argument is related to this asset data field. Okay, so the MINX function is going to take a look at these 4 rows. Especially the MINX function is going to look at the asset field, okay, these 4 numbers within this 4 rows, and take the minimum of these 4 values. Alright, that's how this MINX function works. So pretty much if the green rows is referring to this table, which I just highlighted, okay, the MINX function is going to look at these 4 values of this asset field, okay, 36, 39, 31, 33, and take the minimum among these 4 values, which is going to be this 31. All right, let's use another example. Let's redefine this. Instead of green rows, let's call it purple rows. And the data field is still assets. Okay, so by purple rows I mean this 4 plus this 4. Okay, so basically this block and this block combined. Okay, so the MINX function is going to take a look at this 8 rows altogether. All right, we consider this block combined with this block as a whole table, which contains 8 rows in total. Okay, so the MINX function is going to take a look at this table consisting of these 8 rows, and it's going to return the minimum value of this assets field. Okay, this assets field within these 8 rows. So it's going to take a look at this asset field 22, 27, 20, 25, then 40, 42, 49, 47. So among these 8 values, the MINX function is going to return the smallest minimum value, which is this 20. Okay, so that's how this MINX function works. Well, not just one particular data field. The MINX function can also take the minimum, for example, of an expression. So if you use revenue divided by assets, okay, then this MINX function is going to take a look at the purple rows. Again, this 8 rows altogether, okay, and it's going to look at this value, which is revenue divided by assets. That's a ratio called asset turnover, right? So it's going to take a look at this ratio and take the minimum value among this among these 8 lines. Okay, so let's calculate this this asset turnover. Okay, or just revenue divided by assets. Okay, let's calculate this, and we'll figure out which one is the smallest. Okay, I'll calculate this number for all the rows. I'm going to make this decimal points. Okay, so again, we're referring the purple rows. That's I'm sorry. Here we go. We're referring this table. Okay, assume we define a table called purple rows, and this table is basically this four rows combined with this 4 rows. Okay, and so in total, this purple rows table contains 8 rows, and the MINX function is going to take a look at this table called purple rows. So it's going to take a look at all the 8 rows one by one and calculate the revenue divided by assets ratio. Okay, and find among these 8 rows the minimum value of this ratio. Okay, so let's take a look at this ratio. Which among these 8 rows, okay, which number is the smallest? I think this is the smallest, 7.78. That's the smallest revenue divided by assets ratio among these 8 rows, which we call the purple rows table.